Surviving SHTF isn't about luck, it's about following the rules. Not just any rules, mind you, but the ones etched in the harsh realities of survival. The ones hardened by sweat, fear, and hard lessons. They're not dictated by any government or authority, but rather, they're the unwritten laws of endurance that have been passed down through generations of survivors. The rules that, if ignored, can mean the difference between life and death. In a world where the unexpected is the new normal, these rules are your lifeline. They are the principles that will guide you when everything else around you is falling apart. They are the 10 commandments of survival. The doctrines every prepper must live by when the world as we know it goes dark. In this video, we're breaking down these 10 survival rules. So buckle up and get ready for an enlightening journey into the heart of survival. Most people still think help is coming. They believe that in a crisis, the system will swoop in like a superhero, restoring order, providing aid. But when the power's out, when the food's gone, when the streets are unsafe, the system is often the threat, not the solution. It's a hard truth to swallow, but it's one that could mean the difference between life and death. The system is built on order, on predictability. But in a world gone dark, there is no order, no predictability. Relying on it is like building a house on a foundation of sand. It's why the first rule in survival is self-reliance. You need to cut that cord early, both mentally and physically. Trust in your skills, your preparation, your instincts, because when the lights go out, you're the only one you can truly depend on. Your survival depends on cutting that cord early, mentally and physically. Preppers love to stockpile, but survival isn't about gear. It's about what you can do. It's about the skills you've honed, the knowledge you've gathered, and the experiences you've lived through. You see, in a survival situation, it's not your strongest skill that determines your fate, but your weakest one. Can't start a fire in the rain? You're in trouble. Don't know how to purify water? That's a problem. Unable to defend yourself? That could be a death sentence. In the world of survival, your skills are your lifeline. They are what separates you from being a victim or a survivor. So take a hard look at your skill set. Identify those areas where you're lacking and work on them. Improve, learn, practice. Because when the SHTF, it's too late to learn on the fly. Identify your weakest link and fix it now before it gets you killed. OPSEC isn't optional. If people know what you have, they'll come for it. Now, let's unpack this. In a survival situation, the less people know about you, the better. This isn't about being antisocial or untrusting, it's about being smart. You can't afford to have people knowing your resources, your strengths, or your weaknesses. That information in the wrong hands could put you in danger. So, how do you stay gray? Simple, you blend in. You don't brag about your supplies or show off your gear. You don't broadcast your plans or reveal your safe spots. You become the wallflower, the one who's overlooked. The last one anyone would suspect of having anything worth taking. Why? Because the moment you become a target, you're in the red zone. And in survival, red means danger, so remember, blend in, stay invisible, be the last one they'd suspect has anything worth taking. The first days of collapse feel manageable, until they're not. It's a strange calm before the storm, where the reality of the situation hasn't fully sunk in yet. People often make the mistake of living as though life is normal, consuming their supplies without a second thought, as if they can just pop over to the store and restock. They use fuel, fire up their stoves, and burn through their ammo without realizing that every resource is now finite. It's easy to underestimate how quickly supplies can dwindle when there's no chance of replenishment. This is a trap. It's crucial to understand the importance of rationing from day one. Use less, save more. Conserve your energy, your food, your water. Every bit you save today is a lifeline for tomorrow. Rule: use less than you think you need because it'll run out faster than you believe. Desperate people become dangerous fast. In a world where survival is the only rule of the game, trust is a currency that can't be cheaply given away. Yes, we're social creatures by nature. We thrive on connections and relationships. But when the chips are down and every decision is life or death, even your friendly neighbor could become a threat, especially when their own survival, or that of their loved ones, is on the line. It's a harsh truth, but it's one we must face. Trust must be earned, not given away. It's not about being paranoid, but about being cautious. Vigilance is key. Watch behaviors, observe actions, listen to words, and remember, sentiment can be a dangerous thing. It can cloud your judgment, make you overlook red flags. So vet everyone, don't let your guard down. And remember, don't let sentiment cloud your judgment. Fear, grief, isolation, and shock kill more people than dehydration. In a survival scenario, it's not just your body that's put to the test, but your mind as well. The mental toll of facing hardship, the unknown, and the constant threat of danger can be crippling. It can cause you to make mistakes, to freeze when you should act, to break when you should hold strong. It's not enough to be physically strong or to have the best gear or even to have a well-stocked cache of supplies. If your mind isn't prepared for the reality of what survival really means, all the physical preparation in the world won't save you. You must prepare your mind for the challenges ahead. You must learn to manage fear, to navigate grief, to endure isolation, to absorb shock and keep moving forward. Train your mind to be as resilient as your body. What if your bug-in fails? What if your cache is stolen? Life rarely goes according to plan, and in a survival situation, this truth is amplified tenfold. You see, it's not just about preparing for the worst. It's about preparing for the unexpected, for the curveballs that life throws your way when you're already down. That's why it's vital to always have a plan B, and a plan C, and probably even a plan D. Having multiple contingency plans in place allows you to stay nimble, to adapt on the fly. It's about building fallback options, carving out alternate routes, and setting up backup stashes. It's about staying one step ahead of the chaos, never allowing yourself to be cornered, never allowing yourself to be without options. You can't foresee every possible outcome, but you can prepare for uncertainty. It's not about predicting the future, it's about being ready for it. Remember folks, one plan is no plan. That stockpile, that shelter, those supplies, they mean nothing if you can't protect them. Picture this, you've spent countless hours preparing, collecting, and storing all your survival necessities. But when the time comes, you're overrun. Your supplies, your hard work, whisked away in the blink of an eye. It's a hard pill to swallow, but the truth is, ownership in a survival situation isn't dictated by who gathered the resources, but by who can defend them. This isn't about being the strongest or the most aggressive, it's about being smart, strategic, and vigilant. It's about setting up safeguards, being aware of potential threats, and not being afraid to stand your ground when necessary. It's about understanding that your safety and survival are directly tied to your ability to defend what's yours. So remember, if you can't defend it, you don't truly own it. Be ready to secure your perimeter, rotate watches, and defend your ground. The moment you chase comfort, you let your guard down. And in a world gone sideways, that can be a fatal mistake. Comfort is a seductive trap. It whispers promises of ease and rest, but it's the siren song luring you into complacency. When you're comfortable, you're not alert. You're not prepared for the next threat barreling down the road. In a survival situation, comfort isn't your friend. It's a mask hiding danger. It's a pillow smothering your instinct to stay vigilant. You might have secured a warm shelter, a full belly, and a momentary peace, but remember, this isn't a vacation. It's survival. Be grateful for every blessing, but don't let comfort fool you into lowering your guard. Stay alert, stay vigilant, keep your instincts sharp and your eyes open, because the moment you let comfort dull your survival instinct, you've opened the door to danger. Comfort dulls instincts, and dull instincts get people killed. Collapse is chaos. It changes daily. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. The landscape, the threats, the opportunities, they're in constant flux, and the only way to navigate this uncertainty is to keep learning and keep adapting. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that once you've amassed enough knowledge, you're set. But survival isn't a static state. It's a dynamic, ongoing process that requires continual adjustment and fine-tuning. It demands a mindset of curiosity, of openness to new ideas and approaches. It calls for a relentless pursuit of better ways to stay safe, stay fed, stay healthy. It's about understanding that there is always something more to learn, a better way to do things, a fresh perspective to consider. So stay curious, stay alert, and never think you know it all. Like this video if you're ready to level up your survival mindset. It's not enough to merely survive when the grid goes down. The true test is thriving in a world gone dark, navigating the chaos and coming out stronger on the other side. The 10 rules we've discussed today aren't just guidelines, they are the very essence of survival. They compel us to be self-reliant, to hone our skills, to remain invisible and conserve our resources, to trust judiciously and fortify our mental resilience, to always have a backup plan, to defend what's ours, to avoid the trap of comfort, and above all, to keep learning and adapting. Remember, survival isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's about constantly evolving, growing, and preparing for the unexpected. Drop a comment, what rule would you add to the list, and hit subscribe for more no-nonsense prepping content built for reality, not fantasy.